I'm not really a team player. So hockey, baseball, all that, I don't like having to rely on someone else to win. I like going in there knowing that if I win, it's all me, and if I lose, it's my fault, and I can't pin the blame on anyone else except me. I'm Mike Richardson. My record's 3-1, and I train with the A-team under Coach Steve Bergeron out of Edmonton.
Tonight I fight Mike Richardson from Edmonton. I haven't heard too much about him. 3-1, that's all I really know. Ultimately, I like to punish him enough that he wants to lay down and finish him off on the ground with some punches. My name's Logan Dukes. It's my MMA debut. Fight out of Fort McMurray and Sandy Bowman's record.
The thing that I think separates me from most other fighters is I walk in there, most people don't expect much. They think, oh, kind of skinny guy, he probably is going to get pounded. And when I wrap my legs around someone and choke them till the point that they black out, that's when they kind of realize, oh, this guy kind of knows what he's doing, and I really wouldn't like to mess with him.
The way I prepare for this fight, I just kind of go over everything. I'll stand up on the ground, as much cardio as I can, and come in and whatever works.
The way I see this fight going is I'll probably keep standing to begin with. He'll probably be a little surprised by some of the things that I'll do to him, and he'll try to take it to the ground, at which point I'll probably either choke him out, just flat out, or I'll get on top of him and just keep hitting until he wants him to stop.
I'll stand up, go to the ground, doesn't really matter, I just want to have my arm raised.
Logan Dukes, I really hope that you're prepared for a fight, and I really hope that you don't mind losing the brain cells that you're going to lose when I choke you out.
Mike, I'm here to fight you tonight. It's my MMA debut. I plan to go home 1-0.
Here's the Iceberg Vodka tail of the tape. Logan Dukes is 35'8", 150 pounds, making his MMA debut. Mike Richardson is 25'5", 5'10", 146 pounds, with a record of 3-1.
It's about contested over 2 5-minute rounds. And in the blue corner, Logan Dukes.
Dukes fighting out of Fort McMurray, Alberta, with the Bowman Taekwondo team. Relatively advanced age of 30, Keith making his mixed martial arts debut. Be interesting to see what he brings to the table. Obviously not a fan of Kung Fu, judging by his hoodie.
Yeah, he's a little bit old to be starting this sport, but you never know this day and age. I mean, sometimes that age will allow, will make it so that he's not quite as battered.
I wonder what actor David Carradine might say about that hoodie that Logan Dukes is sporting. Of course, the old Kung Fu TV series I know you grew up watching, Keith. A little before my time.
Thank you for dating me, Mom.
And fighting out of the red corner, Mike Richardson.
During his pre-fight interviews, Richardson saying that he wasn't much of a team player. It's ironic that he represents the A-team out of Edmonton, Alberta, and Coach Steve Bergeron. Of course, we know what he meant, that he's in it to win it, and if he's going to lose, well, it's up to him, and if he wins, he wants all the glory. So that's really what attracts a lot of people to combat sports, is that they don't play well with others and really want the glory all to themselves, or if they lose, well, they're willing to take that as well.
Absolutely, but the International Fighting League would argue that a little bit with you, as they've turned MMA into a team sport.
And the IFL doing quite well in sophomore season.
Introducing the fighter in the blue corner from Bowman Taekwondo in Fort McMurray, Alberta, standing 5'8" tall and weighing 150 pounds, making his Rumble in the Cage debut, Logan Dukes. And introducing the fighter in the red corner from the A-team in Edmonton, Alberta, standing 5'10" tall and weighing in at 146 pounds, with a fight record of 3 wins against 1 loss, Mike Richardson.
Match brought to you by the Lethbridge Boxing and Wrestling Commission.
Your referee for this match, Elvis Lyon.
Elvis Lyons, the referee. The fight will be contested under Canadian Mixed Martial Arts Council rules, Keith. It's an amateur lightweight matchup. They'll be fighting 2 5-minute rounds, and again, maybe bring everyone up to speed on the judges' criteria.
Basically, more they go on 5 equal parts. They go on stand striking and ground striking. Of course, stand grappling and ground grappling. And then damage points, attempted submissions, and effective aggressiveness.
Fighter ready? Fighter ready? Let's fight!
So while this is Dukes MMA debut. He does have the perfect name for fighting. Logan Dukes out of Fort McMurray taking on Mike Richardson from Edmonton here in Lethbridge, Alberta, at the NMAX Center, part of Rumble in the Cage 21's Season Beatings.
Yeah, we've done some work before on air, Morrow, or certainly you have, with Duke Rufus. So maybe we use that Duke name lots today.
Dukes with a nice takedown on Richardson. But immediately into Richardson's closed guard. And you mentioned Duke Rufus, of course, a great kickboxer and good MMA analyst in his own right, but he likes to keep it standing. But right now, here they are on the ground, and you can see that Dukes is taking it to the fence. So a rather veteran move there by the neophyte to MMA as he's looking to pin Richardson up along the fence, where hopefully he can create some distance and engage in some good old-fashioned ground and pound. But he has to be careful here as well. The high guard now being employed by Mike Richardson, who might be trying to cinch in a triangle choke or perhaps even an arm bar from the bottom.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful right there that he doesn't allow him to cinch in that triangle choke, or like you say, he's in a great position for, no, potentially he's out of it now.
Good guard pass there by Dukes, and now back on their feet. So a good start to this fight between Mike Richardson and Logan Dukes, and immediately Dukes gets caught in a rear naked choke, kind of a arm triangle there momentarily, and trying to cinch in the rear naked choke perhaps is Mike Richardson.
I'm a little surprised Richardson isn't taking it to him a little more in the stand-up game, considering that Richardson's background is primarily stand-up. Now he's trying to get the hooks in from behind.
Richardson takes Dukes back very easily and trying to get the hooks in. Backdoor escape there by Dukes, but he's in danger here of being submitted with that arm bar. Let's see if he's able to pull that arm out of harm's way. So far, so good, and now into the closed guard of Mike Richardson. So a good start to this amateur lightweight matchup between Logan Dukes and Mike Richardson.
Good job by Dukes putting his body weight onto that and not allowing that armbar to get cinched in. He actually looks like a bit of a veteran the way he's working right now.
Richardson from the bottom now, maneuvering into a half butterfly guard. Maybe looking to work that rubber guard. Now it looks like he's cinching in that triangle choke. Richardson has Dukes in trouble here.
He's got that triangle choke on hard. He just needs to pull his head down a little bit.
Dukes valiantly trying to escape, reining in some right hands, but it's Richardson putting the squeeze on with a textbook triangle choke. How much more can Dukes take? He's on his feet right now, desperately trying to escape, but there's a danger, Keith, and when you try to pull up, you're almost putting yourself more in a choke position as you secure that choke even more tightly.
Yeah, absolutely more. He'd be a lot better suited at this point to try to put his body weight on him and take the pressure off, and there he goes right away.
And via triangle choke, Mike Richardson vanquishes Logan Dukes. Not a bad effort for a first-time fighter in mixed martial arts for Logan Dukes, who will be going back to the drawing board in Fort McMurray, Alberta, gaining some much-needed experience here, courtesy of Mike Richardson, as we take a look at the Hayabusa Fightwear replay.
You know what? He cinched in the triangle choke. He also had the armbar if he wanted it, but Dukes tried to punch his way out of it, but quite realistically, all he did here was increase the pressure on his own head as he cinched it in.
So Mike Richardson improving to 4-1 as a mixed martial artist. We will make it official now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a decision. The winner by tap out at 3 minutes and 8 seconds of the first round. In the red corner, Mike Richardson.
So proving to be prophetic is Mike Richardson, as he warned Logan Dukes that he was going to lose a few brain cells after he choked him out, and he did just that via first-round triangle choke at 3 minutes and 8 seconds of the opening round. Richardson is your winner, and he is now going to be standing by with Glenn Kalka.
Mike, you have to be excited about that. You ended the fight with a triangle. Or did you expect to get a submission in this fight?
Well, every win that I've got so far, I've finished with either a triangle or a guillotine, so I was going in planning on having a submission as my default, but I would have liked to maybe get a ground and pound win or a knockout, but we'll win.
But you take what you can get, most definitely. You have to be pleased with the fact that his striking was not a factor, and you were able to get him to the ground and to do what you do best, and that is the submission.
Yeah, well, luckily most of the guys I train with are a lot bigger than me, so getting hit by someone who's my size is really
a lot easier than what I get on a day-to-day basis.
Well, congratulations.
Cool. Thank you.